is Kimberly Caldwell, and you are at Popularity.
How do you feel your single, Mess of You, has been received so far?
It's been received really well so far. Everybody's been really supportive, and just the constant, unconditional love from the fans and everything has been really cool. And the fact they've been so patient, and allowing me to really take this time to kind of find myself as an artist and figure it all out is, it's nice. It's nice to know they're still there.
What can you tell us about your full-length album, Without Regret, that will be released this summer? What can people expect from it?
Well, it's the album. I really wanted it to be about empowerment, and it's really all about being human and really the rise from whatever fall that you've taken, and just trying to move forward in any kind of obstacles you might have in your life. The songs that I wrote are kind of what helped me to, in situations in my life and problems in my life, move forward. And so I'm hoping that my music kind of helps other people do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel that American Idol, including the whole Idols Live touring experience, has impacted you? And what is the most important thing that you learned from that experience that you find is helping you now?
Well, it's been a great stepping stone, and it was a great way to get my foot in the door in Hollywood. And my favorite part of the entire American Idol experience was the tour. It was, not only was it the most fun because I got to hang out with all the contestants and all that, and perform every day, but it was the best. It was priceless experience in touring. I mean, we did something 55 cities in 65 days or something crazy like that, and lived on a bus and traveled from city to city. And, I'm just really glad that I had that opportunity, and I'm glad to have been part of the phenomenon that has become American Idol.
Mm-hmm. How important is it to you that people realize that you write too?
It's really important, I think, for the most part, because of the fact that I hid my writing for so long. I hid my lyrics and I hid my melodies from, everybody for so long, and I just presented myself as a vocalist. And to be able to show people that this is something that I do and I love and that I enjoy, and just to be totally open about it and show myself as vulnerable, I think is really important, and it just, I hope, shows other people, don't hold back, and if you enjoy doing something, just believe in it and know that if you love it, then, there's got to be other people out there that'll hopefully love it too.
What expectations and goals that you set up for the album?
It's truly just to get the album out there. It's something that I wanted to do for myself for my entire life. I've been performing since I was 5, and I just needed to finish this album and complete this album and get it out, not only for myself, but for my family who supported me for years, and for all the fans who have been really loyal. But on top of that, I've truly placed no expectations. I hope that people like it, and that's pretty much about it.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk a bit about the artistic growth that you've experienced through this album-making process?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people go through major growing spurts in their 20s, and I definitely have, and I believe I'm a completely different person than I was almost 8 years ago when I was on American Idol. And being out in Hollywood, you definitely go through obstacles and things like that, just like you do anywhere else. But I'm proud of who I've become, and I have 5 little sisters, and I'm proud to have had an impact on their life. And I hope that me putting myself out there with this album, musically and artistically, that I can maybe be a good role model for other young girls.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of obstacles, what would you say is the biggest challenge that you didn't foresee that you had to work around?
I would say the biggest obstacle was not being a perfectionist. I like to do everything perfect, and I like to do it perfect the first time, and when I don't, I get really frustrated. And so working with Marshall Altman, who was the music producer for Without Regret, he really taught me to just be and to own my imperfections. And sometimes when you sing something and you think in your head that, or you do something and you think in your head, oh, that was horrible, or I want to do it again, sometimes that's like the money one, and that's the one that you wind up using because, you know, the imperfections maybe show a little bit more emotion in a different way. So I really had to learn to just kind of like let go, open up, and keep going, even if, you know, even if I think that it wasn't perfect.
Could you pick a couple highlights about the album and tell us what they mean to you?
Yeah, well, I did a tribute to Melissa Etheridge because she's just been such a massive inspiration in my life, and musically, and you know, she called me when I was on American Idol and just said that she enjoyed my rendition of "Come to My Window," and that, you know, was like one of my biggest highlights of my life and my career. And so I did a tribute to her. It's called "Sleep While Alive," and it's on the album. It's the last track, and it's kind of like the come down song. It's really beautiful and just really peaceful and chill, when most of the other album is really big and loud and amazing and and very much so me, very big. And then one of the other favorite songs that I have on the album is called "Say Love," and it's a song that I wrote in kind of a hard time that I was going through, and it kind of moved me to that next level of, you know, growth and just being okay and being a strong woman. And I think it's a song that people can really relate to. And when I was in the studio, I just really went to an emotional and vulnerable place to make sure that the audience, when they were listening, could really feel where I was coming from when I wrote it.
What makes you happy and what makes you sad?
What makes me happy? What makes me happy is being around all my animals. My sister's a veterinary technician, and so we have lots of, we rehabilitate animals that, like if their owners can't pay for them to be fixed at the vet, she'll bring them home, and we will rehabilitate them and, you know, find them a new home. And I love being around all of the pets that we have collected over the years. And then I have 5 little sisters, and so I love being around them so much. They make me feel like, you know, I'm 100%, I can be 100% myself all the time, and I'm 100%, you know, and it's okay, and that's good. And also being around my mom. I love being around my mom. And then also seeing, you know, the audience face when I perform. I love knowing that, you know, there's a connection between me and the audience and the songs. And then the things that make me sad, what makes me sad? I think mean people make me sad, because I think that it's just really sad to be mean.
What's next for you?
What's next as of right now is getting out the second single, and then hopefully going on a summer tour, doing all the press and promotion for the album when it comes out in July.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to the readers of Popularity?
I'd love to say that I just, you know, I hope that they really enjoy the album, and it's definitely a way to get to know the real Kim. And you know, I'm excited that anybody even wants to know about it, you know, and I'm just really lucky to have gotten the opportunity to, you know, finally get signed to a record deal with Vanguard and Capitol, and finally be putting this album out there. And, you know, maybe if they see me doing this, you know, maybe they'll take that next step, whatever their dream is, to fulfill their dream.